Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and we just got the brand new beastCollection event, and while the LTM is really fun, the event itself is getting a bunch of backlash as it seems Respawn has gone back on the lesson they learned in terms of recolors, and also why is a little dishonest about what they've been doing, and also their YouTube trailer getting absolutely torn to pieces. We're gonna cover all that. We're also gonna give out one of the Octane Heirloom Recolors. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, but without further ado, let's talk about what's going on in Apex. So, as I just stated, we do have the new beastCollection event going on right now, and the trailer for itself was, well, it was interesting. We got a look at some of the skins, which were recolors of past ones, but they all have the purple and orange theme on them. There is the brand new LTM that was showcased, which has actually been pretty decent, at least in my experience. Everyone's gonna have varying levels of how much they like an LTM, but there was a huge amount of dislikes in about the first hour that the trailer was released, with more dislikes than likes. This isn't the first time that this has happened. You might remember another recolor event called the Wintertide Express collection event, which was another recolor event which also received more dislikes than likes. And you might be wondering, well, what's the common theme between these? And it's, well, it's the recolors, let's be honest. And the recolors, I mean, they're just recolors after recolors. It's cool that we're getting a new heirloom in this collection event, but it's just a recolor of an existing heirloom, which is fine. It gives us new animations. I'm not opposed to a recolored heirloom. The skins themselves, well, they're getting kind of torn apart because a lot of people think they're pretty ugly. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, I think they're beautiful. And I'm not gonna sit here either and say, I think they're ugly. I just don't really care for recolors. So I kind of understand the community's frustration here. What made this event a little worse though is last year we actually had a heirloom recolor event as well, with the first heirloom recolor, which was the Wraith Kunai, and that was called the Imperial Guard event. Now, interesting thing about it is it was not that unfavorably received because all crafting metal prices for the event items will be reduced by 50%, meaning you could craft whatever you want for half off. That is not the case with this new collection event, which is once again a recolor store. It's also important to know, you can look at the store right now. These skins are incredibly pricey, with the Gibraltar and Rampart ones both being $50 and $25, which is just insane, and they do come with the packs. But that Ancient of the Void Wraith bundle right there, that was from the Imperial Guard event. That one that was half off last year did have a few unique skins, like the Ancient Wraith Void one, which was cool. At least there was some value and you could get some skins that you hadn't seen before. This is once again just recolors through the entire thing. So I understand why the community is so frustrated, because it seems like Respawn does this all the time. They give us one verbiage, like right here, for instance, right before we got the Imperial Guard collection event, where Alpha Intel asked Respawn about monetization in Apex, including recolored skins. Recolors allow new players to get content that other players have without just re-releasing the same skin, they said. They have 100% seen the feedback we've heard loud and clear. And every time this gets posted, someone's always like, oh, they were talking about the Peacekeeper Jadeite Retribution as a collection event reward. And you know what? I'm glad they learned their lesson on that, and that's no longer a collection event reward, but they were talking about skins in the first one. The article very clearly lays that out. And it's very clear that they have not learned the lesson about recolor events, because we continue to see these YouTube videos get lambasted in the dislike section, and we see the community constantly say, you need to give us something more of value than just recolored skins for a recolored heirloom. To add insult to injury, in the free prize tracker, there is an Epic Vantage skin. Once again, no Apex packs, none for free. Interestingly enough though, last year in that Imperial Guard event, there were free Apex packs. Although they were bugged, so some people actually didn't end up getting them. It was kind of upsetting. But what has basically happened here is they took their recolor event from last year, which had some unique and original skins, was half off, and gave free Apex packs, and then 1 year later, after saying they've heard loud and clear about the feedback, have actually made them far worse. We get no free Apex packs, there's no half off anywhere, and there are no unique skins whatsoever. The Hunt is a nice addition, but last year I actually introduced Mixtape, which brought us like 3 or 4 different game modes. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, I kind of like the data pad hunting tracking thing, but man, the greed just kind of hits you sometimes. And you see statements where EA says that season 17 of Apex Legends underperformed financially, and while this new season did not meet our financial expectations, the team has implied important learnings, including new game mechanics to engage and retain players. But did they actually learn that? Because when we look at the player count, they've never caught back up to where they were in February when they burned the player base with all these recolors and cosmetics. I'm not crazy here, and I don't think the player base is either. I love all the new stuff they added in season 20 with the new perk system. I like the Evo Shield changes, but this is says multiple times where they say they want people to feel good about the money they spend, to feel good to get something new, not cheap. But that's exactly what they've done, and it seems like they'll say one thing and we get the exact opposite. And this wouldn't be a big problem if you want to sell all these cosmetics, but fix the anti-cheat in the game, which has been plaguing Season 20 as one of the worst issues going on right now. We've been asking for this for multiple seasons now, along with a number of other bug fixes. And so to give us recolored skins and not even offer half off for crafting materials while still not fixing some of the core issues in the game just feels like a giant disservice, especially after what they said they had learned has obviously not been implemented. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on the event? Are you having fun with the LTM and you think that's enough? Or do you think that the recolors and not even being half off is pushing it a little too far? Also, don't forget to check out this channel right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing Apex Legends and other content. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands. And who's a good kitty cat? Who's a good kitty cat? It's you. It's you.